welcome to another episode of the INH show, talking about geek culture, news, and lifestyle, apparently.
Yes, we are.
You're going to go on holiday soon, as we discussed last time, and
Yep.
I just figure, well, we better have a bit of a catch-up.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while. It's long overdue, I think.
So we're pre-recording this before I go on my trip, just to be clear.
For full disclosure.
So by the time you guys watch this, I will be already either in Japan or Korea.
Now, are you worried at all? Because doesn't Korea have some sort of reputation as being
It always
dangerous?
has a reputation about being dangerous. About what, North Korea?
Well, where are you going? Is that where you're going?
No, I'm going to South Korea. Seoul. Seoul
okay.
and Busan, so that should be interesting. I've never been to Korea before, and Japan is my first time. So, yeah.
Okay.
So it should be good. It should be really, really good.
And what, it's just a holiday? You're not
Just a holiday.
any...
Just a holiday, just to get away. So, yeah, it should be interesting. But this episode is going to be a little bit of a different one. I mean, we've done something similar to this last time where we just talked about a whole bunch of different sort of random moments.
Well, listen, this is like a little vlog episode, isn't it? We're just going to catch up and stuff.
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about anything in particular? I mean, we can talk about Power Man.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
You saw the trailer?
I watched the trailer, and if you guys, I'm sure you guys would have watched it by now because it's been out for what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
something like that.
Something like that. What are your thoughts on it from what your recollection?
The trailer that we saw, well, the trailer that I saw at the end of Daredevil Season 2 made it look like it's going to be lighthearted and funny, like this Power Man making jokes, but this one looks pretty hardcore.
Looks good, right? Yeah.
It doesn't actually look as fun as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like
serious?
a laugh a minute, yeah.
Yeah, this one does definitely look a lot very serious. I'm not that familiar with Power Man or
Is it
Luke
because he's
Cage.
black? Is it because he's black?
No,
He doesn't
it's
deserve
not
you. He doesn't deserve your
I
attention.
know what you're trying to do. It's not because he's black, brother.
Oh, that
Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? I don't know. Anyway,
that is racist.
I'm not trying to be racist.
That is racist.
You're racist.
That's what white power people do.
No, it's not.
They beat the chest. That's white power.
No, it's not.
It's white power.
Is it?
It is white power.
Oh, well, maybe I'm just stupid then.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, though, the only info or the character that I got to know with Luke Cage is when I was reading the new Avengers. This is like when Bendis and all that.
Yeah, Bendis Finch, that run, is it?
Yes. So that's when I sort of got to know the character, and I like the character, but besides from that, I don't know too much of it. I mean, he was like
I don't really know too much about him. Yeah, and
it's
it's like he can't be. He's got unbreakable skin, right? That is his gimmick.
Yeah, right. So I think that this is going to be great. It's going to be. I mean, Netflix has done really ridiculously well with a lot of their shows so far.
The thing with the Netflix series is that they're all different. Daredevil has a certain tone. Jessica Jones. I didn't think I would like Jessica Jones.
Well,
because I don't know the character.
That was the weakest one for me. I didn't really enjoy that too much.
It's probably the weakest one out of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil. That's all we have, right? Do you reckon it's better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because I think it's fair to say that they're
Jessica
the same
Jones?
universe. Yeah.
Better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No, I enjoy Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. I feel that Jessica Jones at its best is probably better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when it was at its best.
I find Jessica Jones really, I don't know, I got annoyed with her.
She's a woman. Yeah, you don't like her.
No, not at all. I love women, but it's not at all. It's the fact that by the end of it,
well, she was making bad decisions left and right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what annoyed me. It could be a male or a female, but if whoever that character is that make those decisions constantly, I'm just like, oh my god.
Well, and the thing that's probably her character. I'm not all that familiar with her as well, but she's flawed. She's human. So I still enjoyed it. The villain, one of the best villains I've ever seen in a comic book.
The Purple Man.
Purple Man, yeah.
I didn't really.
Oh, he was so good. Man, that guy
Really?
was telling people to cut yourself and do this, do that.
That's fair. Speaking of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though, the new announcement is that the Ghost Rider character is going to be in there.
But it's not Danny Ketch. It's
the guy who drives the car now.
Yeah.
So it's
now what's up with that? He's going to be driving...
It's a new Ghost Rider in the car, right? That's the current Ghost Rider.
Is it because they can't animate a flaming skull of a net?
No, but he has
TV?
to have a flaming skull, doesn't he?
Do you know, is that a fact, this new Ghost Rider?
I assume, well, the Ghost Rider, the images that I've seen, he has a flaming skull.
Okay, well...
But it looks like he's wearing a mask with it. I don't know, it's really weird. I don't read Ghost Rider, so I wouldn't know, but the Ghost Rider that I knew was, back in the 90s, where he's like a motorcyclist and all that sort of stuff, so...
Yeah, well, it ain't that Ghost Rider.
It's not.
But I'm on board for anything that Marvel has to give us, be it Luke
Especially
Cage,
Netflix as well,
Fist.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s not necessarily Netflix, but yeah, you're right.
I'm on board for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. In terms of the competitors, DC, we have Flash.
Flash is amazing.
Flashpoint.
It's
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint.
That to me is incredible.
But the thing is, Flashpoint.
Did you see the trailer? There's a little bit where he sort of interacts with the Reverse Flash.
No, I think I haven't.
Okay, well, there's a new one.
Tell me.
Well, the Well, you know what happened in the end of season... Spoilers for the end of season 2 of Flash. So he goes back and stops his mom from getting killed, right?
Correct.
And that, as we know from the comic books, when you do that, the universe
Butterfly
changes.
effect.
Yeah.
Everything changes around.
Yeah. So anyway, So him and the relationship that he has with Joe is different. Like, they don't like each other.
Right.
And so the Reverse Flash is saying, well, now who's the villain, Flash? Because now you're doing all of this...
But
I think it's good.
They're going to turn it back again, obviously, right?
Yeah,
but...
and see, this, to me, it works in this universe where you've given us one season of Flash being the Flash, and then you're giving us another season, and now you're giving us the... It's like with Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel, whatever, Superman's going to come back. We know that, right?
Yep.
Now, is he going to come back as the black Superman suit, or is he going to be like
apparently
the Injustice Superman?
No, apparently there's hints like Henry Cavill?
Is that not just a black and white picture? I don't know what I'm looking at.
I don't know what I'm looking at either, but everyone's like, oh my god, it's gonna be this!
But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, in BVS, we got Injustice Superman.
Right.
So, now,
yes.
You've given us this Dower Superman in Man of Steel, and then you've given us Injustice Superman all within, like, one movie. They haven't earned it, but Flash, they've earned it.
Yeah. I agree.
You gave Barry Allen this life without his mom, and now it means something when his mom comes back.
Well, the only other thing I was going to say is, how is that going to work in the sense of, and I know I shouldn't be comparing it to the books, but, you know, Flashpoint, in the book, Batman or...
Thomas Wayne
had a lot to do with it as well, right? So
I think it's Flashpoint only in name. It's not going to.
It's not going to be like the comic book.
I would go crazy if it crossed over to Gotham and we got Thomas Wayne. Although it wouldn't work because Gotham is like set in the past.
Right, but what if they put a hint of, oh, this is Thomas Wayne or Dr. Thomas Wayne, and that's it. Oh, you just see a guy and that's it. He walks off.
Well, then I must.
Would you be like, whoa?
I can only believe that Thomas Wayne is breaking fingers at night and shooting, executing people.
Maybe that would be really cool if they sort of just, even if it's just talking about.
I'm sure there'll be spillover effects with Arrow because they cross over quite a bit.
Now, speaking of other television shows, Legion. Now, I'm not entirely familiar with it.
I didn't watch the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
I watched the trailer. It looks great. Yeah. It looks like a great TV series. I think it's going to be Legion being Legion from X-Men. What I think is really cool is it doesn't look like a very stereotypical, what's the word for it, superhero type thing. So I think it's...
Now, isn't... You were telling me that it's Professor X's son.
I believe that's the case. Unless I'm mistaken, please tell me. He is, because he's... I guess he's a villain because he's like schizo, right? Or he has multiple personalities.
Whoa. We're not saying people with mental health issues are villains.
No, but... that's what he has.
Well, you just said that he's schizo, so he's a villain. You're gonna edit
no,
this out?
he's got that. No, I'm not gonna edit this out. Right. He's not a, no. He's got mental illness.
So he's a villain. Yeah. So he's a villain because
you're saying he's a villain. I'm not saying he's a villain. He's just got issues.
Alienated all these people. They're probably too dumb to know what we're talking about anyway.
Probably. No, but in all seriousness though. It looks like just a fun trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer.
Watch it. Please watch it if you haven't.
You reckon it's going to be...
I think it's going to be interesting. They can do lots of
How
really cool
How
stuff
much
with it.
X-Men...
I don't think it's going to be very X-Men. It's not going to be very X-Men.
See,
what I would love to see is to see a cameo.
Well,
I don't think they'll do it, but if they had a cameo of Professor X in there, that would be cool, but I don't think they're going to do it.
Well... It has to be McAvoy, Professor X. Surely?
They'll definitely.
Or do you reckon they're just gonna say like a silhouette of a bald-headed guy in a wheelchair?
I reckon it'll be something like that.
You know, I don't want to make fun of mental health.
Don't. The other thing is, going back to Jessica Jones, which is circling back to what we're talking about. Apparently, there's going to be a season 2 at the end of this.
It'd be silly not to.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Really?
Yeah, because like I said, Jessica Jones was the weakest one out of all of them.
What if like Trish Walker comes back and who else was good in that show?
Like Trish Walker being Hellcat? Hellcat? Is that her name?
Yeah. Who
she was
Does
annoying.
she have powers at all?
I don't know. I actually don't.
She was annoying. You didn't like.
I find her really irritating.
That's very un-Australian of you. Irritating. But she would. I don't know. She was doing Krav Maga. She was.
I didn't like her accent because she dropped it so many times. I was just like, Like, she didn't pull it off for me.
Speaking of accents, did you find that Harley Quinn's accent like Margot Robbie's accent?
In and out. Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I don't mind, because, you know what, we want to talk about people with mental health issues, you want to talk about crazy villains. To me, it's alright, you know, like, she didn't have to keep it up all the way.
True. Next one, the Hinted Defenders. It's going to happen.
Which is obviously going to happen,
What are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be
fun,
incredible when it happens. Because the excitement that I had for Avengers, and now you're going to give me like a TV series.
Right. That's going to be good. I mean, I think Marvel knows how to balance multiple characters really well. So
for a TV series, I think it's in
easier.
all fairness, because
it is easier than
it's
a
like
film.
a 13-hour movie.
Absolutely, but they've always done it well. Like even with Avengers 1, Avengers 2, they've balanced the amount of characters in the team with their moments in there really well.
Yeah, I'm going to say Avengers 2 not so much, but Avengers 1, yeah, they kind of
did it really.
You could go in there cold and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I remembered what I was going to say just before. Speaking about alternate universes and all that, did you read this thing about how Doctor Strange is like the gateway into the multiverse? Did you read this sort of thing?
I read briefly some article about that, and they were hinting how it's going to be a crossover this, crossover that sort of thing, but I don't know how true or false or speculation it is.
My wish, if people...
You want that to happen?
Well, the movie's already been made, so I guess this is... Whatever I say, it may or may not happen, but I just wish that we get Doctor Strange going into the multiverse or seeing the multiverse, and just let us see Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Just give that to us. I think Hugh Jackman, of all people, deserves that.
He's done.
He deserves it. No, I'm not saying that you got to give us Wolverine doing stuff, but just show us in this other universes. Show us Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I think that would make me so happy if that happened.
I guess it all sort of ties in together, so it makes sense.
Well, if they're opening up for the multiverse, anything can happen.
True.
And it'd be interesting to see where they take that. I actually don't really like multiverses all that much, which is the trap that DC falls into. I like contained universes. I know it's hard for the writers to do that, because especially with like Avengers Infinity War. So what, I'm led to believe that you're going to show me Guardians of the Galaxy, you're going to show me the Avengers, you're going to show me all these, like Doctor Strange.
Well, here's the thing. What I was going to bring up was, it was funny that you brought up Infinity War and Guardians of the Galaxy. Apparently they're not going to make a show up in it.
The Guardians are not going to show up in Infinity War. That's what you've heard.
Again,
that's what
I've read in an article. Whether, again, it's speculation or someone just writing up an article trying to get, as much readers as possible.
I wonder why that would be. Presumably it'd be too hard to write them in.
But the thing is, they're in
silly
space.
I know.
It's Infinity.
If anything,
I would think. Glove,
Yeah.
Why would you not?
That sounds kind of shady to me.
Unless it's like I said, unless it's someone just writing an article to try to get as much viewers as possible. But to me, it makes no sense to not have the Guardians in there, right?
That'd be pretty disappointing, I think.
But I am. Look, I gotta say though, speaking of Infinity War, I am a little bit worried in regards to this movie, because it sounds like it's gonna be a pretty damn big cast into it. Like we've got, the Avengers guys, you've got Guardians of the Galaxy, you've got, all those guys in there. It's going to be tough.
Well, I've said many times that...
I'm a little bit worried now.
I've said many times that with Infinity War, I don't know if the plan is still to do part 1 and part 2. I heard
Apparently
it's not, right?
Yeah. I heard now it's not, because it used to be part 1 and part 2. Now they changed the second part to well, they haven't announced it yet.
I think that you could give us a whole movie with all those characters. Don't even have to tell me this is Captain America. He was a war guy who was frozen, and he's a man out of time. You don't have to tell me that. You don't have to tell me Iron Man and reintroduce me to this guy who is the futurist, who is...
Right.
We know who these people are.
Of course.
So just jump straight into the action and give me 2 hours of this glorious... the Avengers fighting Thanos and whoever else.
That would be cool.
I think Marvel could do that. They've trained us to watch movies in such a way.
I think... just adding on top of that also is the fact that the way they've planned everything out with all the movies, they've already told you the story about Cap, about Iron Man, about all these guys, that you don't have to revisit it again by the time it gets to Infinity War, right?
Well, I think the concern is that, I agree, I think the concern is that for the studios, if they make a movie like this, then they can't gamble on the fact that everyone has seen the movies leading up to it. But I think this is as sure a thing as any. It's solid. You make a movie with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, you don't have to give me that storyline all over again.
True.
You don't have to give me his backstory, and like we know the nuances of the relationship that he has with Cap and everyone else in the Avengers. Which is kind of what they had to do for the first Avengers, and they didn't really do that for the second Avengers, but that had all sorts of problems, which I'm not really fond of.
Now, side note, speaking of TV series, bunch of characters and stuff, I know we've already spoken about this off camera. Stranger Things, you have to watch this.
It looks scary, man.
It's okay.
Everyone's raving about Stranger Things.
Hey, If you need me to watch it with you, I can.
Is this your impersonation of the Joker right now? Stranger Things, Making a Murderer. Did you watch Making a Murderer?
I did watch Making a Murderer.
Okay, and Game of Thrones. Oh, by the way, I have been watching some episodes of Game of Thrones.
Wait, do you not watch any episodes of, like, you don't watch Game of Thrones at all,
I've seen like 3.
And you just
yeah,
like,
I don't. Yeah, no, so I caught it.
Is it because it's you don't like the whole fantasy?
The fantasy genre, it's a bit hard for me to get into.
That's
I gotta
That's
say, it's not blowing me away, only because, again, now maybe it's because I know not to get attached to these characters. Maybe it's because I sort of have an idea of what's going to happen to them, but it's not for me.
Okay. Let me ask you another question then. Not Game of Thrones, but there was another TV series I was going to ask you about if you watch it. Walking Dead?
I don't watch Walking Dead.
Too scary?
That looks scary. Yeah, it's
Really?
zombies.
You don't like any scary films?
No. Is that shocking?
But it's not scary. It's not like like.
So it's not
scary.
like jump scares or
No.
anything?
No. There's no jump scares.
You know, speaking of jump scares,
it's intense, but not jump scares.
you know, in Suicide Squad, there's a scene where like Harley's like on the roof of the car underwater. You know the scene I'm talking about?
No, I.
You know where Joker, where they're stealing the car, and then they drive into the ocean.
Oh yes.
And then the Batman goes up,
pops
and
up.
she pops up. Did you get scared?
I was okay.
I thought that was pretty scary.
I was expecting.
I know, I was expecting it. Well, look, I scare her easy, man. It's like a jump scare initially.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Batman's got my back. She's like, bam, one punch, and he knocks her out.
Oh my god! But
That was scary to me. Like, that's a jump scare. So I scare easily.
So
did you hear my voice break just
so
then?
so so let me ask you then. In that case, in regards to jump scary versus intensity, like. Oh, there's a whole bunch of.
I hate them all. I hate.
Oh, really?
You know what's that movie? The Saw. You know the Saw movie?
Yes.
There's a scene where
Oh, that's intense. That's intense. It's not scary. It's intense.
But there's a scene where like the guy is in the kid's bedroom or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that scared me.
Okay.
Like I hate the. Now I'm checking my closet to make sure no guys.
Wait. So.
I hate all sorts of scary things. I hate psychological scary things.
Oh wow.
I hate the monster. Scary monster sort
So
of thing,
you're
which, like,
definitely not going to
zombies.
watch Stranger Things then?
Look, I'll probably get into it eventually, but
Okay. You
it's
love
scary,
it.
isn't
It's,
it? Isn't
it's
that scary?
amazing.
Isn't it advertised as like a thriller, horror, whatever? Is that what it says on the thing?
I guess. I don't scare so easily.
Yeah, well, aren't you something?
No, I mean, like, if it's demonic stuff, that's a different story. I get freaked out with demonic stuff. Like
isn't that weird? Like, because that's like completely out of the realms. It's like supernatural. Is
supernatural,
that what you're talking about?
supernatural stuff. But I guess Stranger Things is sort of supernatural-ish, but
Because
not
that is,
really. But it
from
is.
what I've
It's
seen,
like
well, it's called
another.
Stranger Things.
It's another dimension. Like, you know, whoa, there's a monster, but it's like science gone wrong. Or, I don't know. It's
Is it
worth
set
it.
in the 80s or something? Is
Yeah,
that
like 90s, I think.
Okay.
80s, 90s, something like that. 80s, 90s.
So it's
90s?
not current. It's like
It's not current. That's why it's so cool. It's because there's such a nostalgic feeling about it. Like, you know, it's like when kids hang out with like their mates. It's like they ride their bicycles over and stuff like that. You don't see kids do that these days. You know what I mean?
No, well,
And,
yeah.
people like these kids like playing Dungeons and Dragons, the board game. You know, stuff like that.
I never played Dungeons
So
and Dragons.
cool.
Did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons?
Board game with a dungeon master.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
I never got into
You
it.
roll the dice and stuff like that. No.
Well, because it's the fantasy thing. Was there ever a science fiction equivalent of that? Like, I'm into
sure it's
Warhammer
like
40k.
I was gonna say-
but original Warhammer with the elves and the
Oh, you
catapults and that sort of
Not
thing.
into that?
Get that out of here.
Wait, Warhammer 40k. What is it like?
With the Space Marines and the
I never got.
Dreadnoughts and
I never got.
Really?
Into that. Yeah, I was always playing Dungeons and Dragons stuff like that. But let's not. Okay, let's not talk about scary stuff. Iron Fist.
Yep. He's
what
a
do you-
white guy.
which is great.
Oh yeah, it's great.
No,
So,
because he's
Luke
supposed to be
Cage-
Danny Rand.
Luke
He's
Cage
supposed
sucks.
to. Oh,
Um,
I didn't say Luke Cage sucks. I think he's going to be awesome. But Danny Rand, he's supposed
Yep.
to be a white guy.
Danny Rand. Yeah.
But anyways.
But you know this whole thing about Danny Rand being a white guy, like,
Yeah.
fine, that's the direction they want to go with it.
Because
fine.
that's his character.
But it's a missed. Do you understand what people are saying when they say it's a missed opportunity? That it could have been a Eurasian guy.
Because it's kung fu related. Because
It's kung
only,
fu related,
Because
there's more
Asian
stories you
people
can
can
do.
always do kung fu because it's not blood. Because that's not racist at all.
Well, mathematics and kung fu, like these are these are the things, you know. Like
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna
not
see him
racist
cooking.
at all.
He's gonna be cooking. He's gonna be cooking some noodle dishes.
Noodles and dumplings.
No,
and
but
stuff?
look, it's a
Huh.
missed opportunity. I think it's. Well, how much have we actually
I
seen
get
of
it.
this,
No,
of this show?
I get what you mean.
Is
by
there a
it's missed
trailer?
I think
For
there is a
Iron Fist?
trailer. There is a trailer, but it's not.
I've
much
seen a
to it.
picture of him like as like a homeless
Oh,
guy.
grizzly
so
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, there is a trailer out there. There definitely is, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna get put out. It's just gonna.
It has to have a lot of action, right? It has to have a lot of kung fu. It has to have like
But I hope it's
fist
not going to
fighting.
be cheesy action. Like
See, you say that, but then you're like, you want it to be this white guy who's like, it was all so cheesy back then.
I want it to be
originally...
as cool as Daredevil.
What did you think about this casting of Zendaya or whatever as Mary Jane in the new Spider-Man Homecoming?
So
what do you think about that? Because she's Hispanic.
Right. I didn't.
Mary Jane is not.
I guess I didn't have a problem with it, but
now that's kind of weird, isn't it? That's a bit double standard.
So that is definitely weird. But the first thing that popped in my head is she's not a redhead. What? How is that even possible? And then I thought to myself, you know what? I give up. If they're casting these random people as different completely different, like it's just like whatever, fine.
To me, it's weird because Iron Fist.
It is weird. No,
you could have allowed Iron Fist to be an Asian guy or a half Asian guy, and that would have been fine. Because I don't think, with all due respect to all you Iron Fist fans out there, I don't think he's as well known. Certainly not as Mary Jane. Because we've seen Mary Jane in 3 movies.
Yeah, right.
So she's a redhead.
No, she's a redhead.
Prominent
character. To me, Mary Jane is supposed to be a redhead, so that makes perfect sense.
But you can look over it because she's just a woman. She's a minor character.
I got to a point where I'm just a bit over it. You know what? It's the same issue that I had with Thor. You know, with Thor.
What about Thor?
Laser guns and aliens and all that sort of stuff. I remember how you said, like, dude, it's a cinematic universe. We can't tie it back to the comic books, blah blah blah. And eventually, after ages and months, I got used to it. It's the same thing as this. I'm starting to be like, you know what? Fine.
But okay. Well, no, I'm glad, and that's
fine,
good. That's
whatever.
Good. But.
You know.
Well, the thing with Iron Fist is that, yes, I'm looking forward to it. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, outside of Daredevil Season 3, which, if that happens,
what about Luke Cage? Because you don't like black people or something? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, you know why I don't like Luke Cage, or the character of
You know they're a minority already to begin with, right?
No.
a little bit here.
Because I just don't know the tone that it's going for.
Black Lives Matter.
What? Hey, Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, hey,
all lives matter. That's
right?
what we should be saying. It doesn't matter what color you are. You just right fit, just do it. That's it.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm just trying to surf through different articles to see if we can talk about anything to be general. But
are you reading what do you got here?
Do you still watch? I don't know. This is just images, but do you still watch Gotham?
No.
I do not touch Gotham because it's got really lame. But apparently, Court of Owls.
They bring Court of Owls. They bring. What? I saw a picture of Poison Ivy.
What?
Did you see?
She's all grown up.
Yeah, she's pretty.
What happened?
How old is she? Because
I thought she was a kid.
I don't want to incriminate myself, but she's not looking too bad.
No, she.
By the time this Bruce Wayne, look it up. Because by the time this Bruce Wayne becomes Batman, his rogues gallery are gonna be decrepit old people, right? Because Penguin is already how old? Like in his late 20s. Bruce Wayne in Gotham is what, 13, 14 maybe?
I think so.
So by the time he becomes Batman, what sort of threat is he gonna be?
This is the Poison Ivy I knew when I was watching the series.
Yeah, like a kid.
And she was literally a kid.
Look up new Poison Ivy.
New.
Well, this is riveting watching, isn't it? We're looking at stuff on a tablet here. But I remember looking at this picture.
I saw a picture and it was a grown up.
Is that no?
That's not her. That's still the kid.
Is that the woman?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, yeah, Court of Owls. They're bringing back
Maybe
Fish Mooney and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think that must be it.
Surely she's not underage, man.
Okay, Gotham cast as adult Poison Ivy. Now, how does that...
Come on, man, that's not underage for sure.
Yeah. But anyway, like, who is Batman gonna grow up and fight in this world?
And how did that happen? Like, all of us... I haven't been watching the show, so I don't know if they just time-lapsed it, so it's, 10 years down the track, or 5 years down the track.
Well, Poison Ivy she has all these antidotes and all sorts of different things
so
to
she
make
can age herself and stuff like that?
Well... Not in the books, but I'm saying she could. It's not out of the realms of possibility. Like, Harley Quinn has powers in the comic books. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that?
No. What powers?
The comic book Harley Quinn. You didn't know that?
No. What? She got powers?
All your comic. Yeah, it's like because Poison Ivy gave her this like little like serum. Yes, yeah, so that she could live with Poison Ivy, and it gave her like strength and agility and. So you didn't know Poison Ivy in the comics had powers?
I know Poison Ivy had powers. I didn't know Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn.
No, I had no idea.
Powers.
I had no idea. I thought she was just like. That's why I was just like very.
Google it if you fans doubt that.
You know what? That's why I was very much like meh about this character. Like even with Suicide Squad, it was just
Harley
like
or Poison Ivy?
Harley, because it's just like, what can she do? She's just a normal human
being. Do you reckon they're gonna
does crazy
Do you reckon
stuff.
they're gonna make this Poison Harley Quinn movie like the Margot Robbie because she was so well received in the movie?
I don't know, man. I hope not.
I don't think they should make a whole movie.
No, not a whole movie.
Not with her as the main character. Gotham City Sirens, even that, you haven't really earned it, you know?
That might be okay.
You can make it Harley and Joker. I think, make like a Bonnie and Clyde sort of movie.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I gotta tell you, that relationship, a Joker that actually cares about Harley Quinn. I don't know why people really attach to that Harley Quinn character, because she's like the abused person in a relationship, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But anyways, let's wrap it up. I mean, we've been talking for a bit. We're talking about random subjects, which is pretty cool. We should do this from time to time.
Yeah, well, look, hit us up on Facebook / insert name here show, and just let us know what stuff has caught your attention, because we love all this geeky stuff. This is what we do. We just talk about stuff
Nerdy,
like this.
geeky stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to him about Stranger Things and scary stuff. I don't want to know anything about all of this scary stuff.
The best. But anyways, make sure you like our page, like below, comment, give us feedback, and I guess we will catch you on our next show.
We'll see you after Japan and Korea.
Definitely. See ya.